Welcome back to another daily problem walkthrough. Today we are looking at Leetcode 1840, maximum building height. Here is the problem page. It's a bit of a hard one, so let me break it down step by step. Also, if at any point you are confused, just leave a comment and I will respond to try and clear it up. Imagine we have an empty lot where we want to construct n total buildings in a straight line, numbered from 1 to n. Our city has some strict rules. The very first rule is that the first building must have a height of exactly 0. The second rule is that buildings next to each other cannot have a height difference greater than 1. This means from one building to the next, the roof can only go up by 1 floor, go down by 1 floor, or stay exactly level. Final rule is that the City Council gives us a specific list of restrictions for certain buildings, limiting their maximum height. Our goal is to figure out the absolute highest we can build any single building without breaking any of these rules. This is tricky, because a restriction on one building creates a ripple effect. If building 5 can only be 2 stories tall, then building 4 can't possibly be taller than 3 stories because of our step rule. This ripple effect is called the transitivity of restrictions. It basically means the maximum height of any building is limited by every restriction plus the distance to that restriction. We can't just simulate building every single one from 1 to n, because n can be a billion and we would run out of time. The secret trick here is that we only actually need to care about the buildings that have restrictions on them, and the mountain peaks that can form between them. The first step in our approach is to add 2 fake restrictions to act as boundaries, the rule that building 1 is 0, and a theoretical maximum for the very last building. Then, we sort all our restrictions by their building ID, so they are ordered from left to right. Next, we do a left to right pass. We look at each restriction and update it if the restriction to its left forces it to be even lower than its current limit. Then we do the exact same thing but from right to left, making sure no building is taller than what the restriction to its right allows. After those 2 passes, every restriction reflects its true, safest upper bound. Finally, we just calculate the tallest possible peak that can fit between every pair of restricted buildings. The math to find that peak is simple. We take the distance between the 2 buildings, add both their heights, and divide the whole thing by 2. Alright, let's take a look at the full Python code to see this in action. Here is the solution. It looks like a lot of index math, but let's break down exactly what the code is doing line by line. First, we take our list, add the rule for building 1, sort it, and then add a boundary for the very last building so we don't fall off the edge. Then we start our left to right loop. For every restriction we check, is its current limit smaller, or is the previous building's limit, plus the distance between them, smaller? We keep the smaller one. We do the exact same logic going backward. We check if the restriction to the right forces our current building to be shorter, and we update it if it does. Finally, we loop through our updated pairs one last time, use our math formula to find the peak between them, and save the highest peak we ever find as our answer. You might wonder about edge cases. Like, what if the city gave us 0 restrictions to begin with? Our code handles this perfectly. Because we added our 2 dummy boundaries, the math just calculates the peak between building 1 and building n, giving us the correct answer without crashing. For complexity, the time is big O of m log m, where m is the number of restrictions, because sorting the list takes the most time. The space complexity is also big O of m log m, due to the auxiliary stack space required by the sorting algorithm, as noted in the editorial. The main takeaway from this problem is that when constraints ripple outwards in both directions, you usually need 2 separate sweeps, one from the left and one from the right, to find the true global limits. If you want to test this code out yourself without retyping it, you can go to the leetcodeunlock.com/link in the description to copy the code for this problem. As always, I have the solutions for Java, C++, and JavaScript ready to go. Here is the full solution in Java. Next up, here is the C++ version. And finally, here is the solution in JavaScript. Before you go, you can probably tell this is narrated by AI. I built this workflow to generate instant explanations for myself when daily problems drop, and I share them here to help you study faster too. Because of this, I have changed the format recently to be much faster paced. Please leave a comment letting me know if you like this faster format, or if you have any questions about the problem we just solved. I also have another channel called Leetcode Unlocked, where I am trying to eventually post a solution for literally every single problem on the platform. Check it out if you need to study other topics. If you want to support this ad-free studying resource, you can donate at buymeaboba.com/leetcodedaily. Please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get your streak done early. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.